And welcome everyone. Thank you very much for my post-match analysis podcast. What a terrible result that was, everyone, wasn't it? Liverpool's the third consecutive season in which the Reds have gone out at the fourth round stages of the FA Cup. Liverpool first half conceded 3 very sloppy goals, and it could have been obviously with VAR. They gained a penalty with the VAR decision and a disallowed goal, possibly for West Brom, could have made it 4-1, but West Brom's fourth goal, which was disallowed, was ruled out by obviously VAR. Let me know your thoughts, everyone. Get involved in the comment section below. What do you think? I wanted to win the FA Cup this season. Let me know. We're all going to be disappointed, but as Liverpool fans, we're used to this. We're used to this shambolic defending, schoolboyish defending, very basic defending. You can't pick out one player like it was against Swansea. It's a whole team collective in which they very much disappointed tonight, and going into obviously Huddersfield in the next couple of days. Champions League. The Champions League is it's basically the last competition Liverpool have got any chance of winning this season. Obviously, we're knocked out of the FA Cup now. We got beat tonight, and we'd be knocked out in the Carling Cup or Carabao Cup, whatever you want to call it. And we're miles off the chase of Manchester City. Yet again, it could be another trophyless season for Liverpool Football Club, and that's frustrating for me, because me and like every single one of you who's listening right now, we want Liverpool to be winning, competing at least for trophies season in, season out. But at the end of the day, we haven't been doing that for a very long time. 7 years since Liverpool won a trophy, and that was even the Carling Cup. But Liverpool, we strive off winning trophies, and this season is basically not being good enough, like it hasn't been the last couple of seasons. We've been to finals, but we've lost them. You can't turn up in semi-finals and quarter-finals. It's alright doing that, but if you don't turn up in finals like we have done in the past couple of seasons, you don't win trophies. Simple as that. Let me know your thoughts. I'm not picking out any players. It's just a whole team collective tonight. West Brom, we got off Bobby Firmino with an absolute class goal. Foster come out, spilled it. Bobby Firmino with a quality chipped ball. And then within the space, I think it was 58 seconds, West Brom were up the other end and scored. It was basically ping-pong passing straight through. James Rodriguez, whatever his name is, he basically blasted it into the back of the net. Sami Mignolet, I don't think he even made many saves tonight, and don't even get me started on the goalkeeping situation at Liverpool Football Club. That's a whole 10-hour video podcast or whatever we can do, but I'm not going to pick out Mignolet. I could pick out every single player tonight, because frankly, they weren't good enough. And I've seen a thing getting branded around Twitter tonight. VAR has stopped more goals this season than obviously Simon Mignolet and Karius combined, which is absolutely madness anyway. But I'm laughing at how ridiculous it is. I don't want to be sitting here, and we don't want to be sitting at home watching these type of performances. But yeah, they're not everyone's going, oh, you're overreacting against the Swansea. Yeah, but I seen this result coming, and I could see this coming anyway. Liverpool needed to bounce back, and we haven't bounced back. And we've lost against, obviously, the second place bottom team in the Premier League. Yet again, we lost against Swansea City. West Brom have come to Anfield and done the job on us. Hats off to West Brom anyway. They performed. They got at Liverpool. Any team that wants to get at this Liverpool defensively, every manager in the league and in the cups or whatever, even if I was a Porto manager, I'd be telling every single one of their players, just drive at this Liverpool defence. Make them make decisions and get at them from the start, whether that's away or at home in Porto's ground anyway. Porto have got players that will hurt us tonight. They had Rodriguez, and no discredit to obviously Swansea and West Brom, but we seen what they done, and even the little switched off concentration against obviously the City. City could have easily got a point out of that match in a game in which we absolutely dominated. The Arsenal match as well, We conceded 3 quick-fire goals. Even the season before, I said it on my stream anyway in my last video, but let me know your thoughts, everyone. I'm disappointed and fuming. I'm not going to go any longer anyway, because I've got, frankly, not more to say anyway. I want to know what you all think. That's what I'm more interested in, because I'm not going to be sitting here any longer, because there's not much really to say, because it's frankly, Liverpool's team does need investment in that defence. Not one £75 million player is going to improve the shambles of our defence, in which it is, and it has been a shambles for the last couple of seasons. Just look at the goals in which we've conceded. It's alright scoring the bagfuls of goals that we do, but if you're going to switch off defensive relapses every single season, sloppy goals, at the end of the day, you're getting beat on your front post, man marking situations, someone's not grabbing a player by the scruff of the neck and telling them to mark him. It's basic defending. Yeah, if teams are really trying and they absolutely break down Liverpool with passing moves, lovely Barcelona-esque football, then hats off to them. But at the end of the day, they're just lobbing balls into our box. And frankly, our defence, every single one of those defenders, even our midfielders and our attackers, come into that. I'm not just blaming the defenders or the goalkeeper. I'm blaming, obviously, the midfielders and the attacking players in terms of their defensive displays as well. You might be going, you're going a bit over the top, but it's been happening for years. It has been happening for years. And until Liverpool and Jurgen Klopp sort out their tactics defensively, Liverpool will always be very, very weak in defence. When we finished second in the league, we would have easily ran away with that league title if we would have defended a lot better, basically. But Liverpool, it's in our DNA the last couple of years, and for the last 7 years, we've not had that winning mentality. It's something that needs to be driven into this team, and I'm very much sure Jurgen Klopp will get those players in that at the end of this, like at halftime. I hope he locks them in that changing room and absolutely tells them that they are playing for Liverpool Football Club, and that performance for the standard of the shirt of Liverpool Football Club, that is not good enough. You're playing under the lights, 8 o'clock kickoff at Anfield. I'm sorry. I'm not picking out anyone, I'm picking out the whole team performance. And even against Swansea, and even against Spurs away and Manchester City, if Liverpool want to go places, and we as fans want Liverpool to go places, we can't accept that this type of defending and this type of performance defensively. If I was a forward playing this Liverpool team, Mo Salah, Bobby Firmino, Mane's a bit off, but when Mane is on song and we've got our forward players doing the work, I'd be furious. I'd be absolutely furious when you've got your defence and you got your defensively, your team is letting you down. And at this minute and stage in time, Liverpool's defence and the last couple of seasons, Liverpool's defensively displays have not been good enough. And frankly, I hope they're going to get better. But at the end of the day, I can only see Liverpool's defence getting even worse. If it continues, something drastically needs to happen in terms of a tactical shift. Jurgen has to change somehow his tactics. Really, Jurgen, if I could have a word with Jurgen, I'd tell him really he needs to develop a slightly more defensive style to his game. It's alright going all gun-ho, attack. But at the end of the day, if you cannot do your basics, put 2 banks of 4. We lambast Manchester United and we lambast Chelsea for going, that's boring football, boring. But at the end of the day, if they pick up points and they win games of football come 90 minutes, it might be boring. But at the end of the day, that is what gets you results, especially if they win 3 points at the end of the game. But I'd happily watch Liverpool sit behind the ball for 90 minutes and win 3 points if that meant us winning something. I know it's Jurgen Klopp's tactics and all that, but so he needs to take a look at himself personally in his tactics and speak to his assistant managers and defensive coaches at Liverpool Football Club, because this cannot carry on. The defensive displays. And I'm really hoping we can go far in the Champions League. But if you come up against the likes of Barcelona, Porto, Juventus's, the Real Madrids of this world, like we did tonight and like we did against Swansea, they only need one sniff. Like Swansea did last week, they can bury a chance. And in European football and even in the Premier League, you just look at the goals we've conceded this season. They're frankly not good enough. And tonight, we are out of the FA Cup just on basic poor defending. I've seen it's schoolboy-esque basic defending anyway. I've said it. I keep on repeating myself anyway, but I'm furious. No player at all tonight really done anything to wear the shirt to Liverpool, give it any pride as well. But hopefully up to the heads anyway. I know it's a bit of a... You might be like, oh, you've gone a bit over the top, but I've seen this over and over again. It's frustrating because we're out of another competition. In a competition in which me, you, every single Liverpool fan around the world wanted to win. And Liverpool strives off living off winning trophies. Trophies are what football clubs are founded off, and it's not finishing fourth. And we've got a huge struggle to finish top four this season as well. Yet we're fourth or third, we're very close. But we've got a long way to go. And Liverpool, going forward, we've got a fantastic team. We've got one of the best attacking teams in the league. But every single game like tonight, and you're looking at our defensively, midfield and the attackers, when they defend, you're left shaking your head. And every single one of you, when you were watching that first half, the end of that first half, we were like, we've seen this before. We have seen this before. And hopefully, fingers crossed, we do the job against Porto and we go a long way in the Champions League. And hopefully, it's one game. But it's 2 games now. But hopefully, this type of performance does not become a trend. And we don't do it against Huddersfield. But fingers crossed, touch wood. All faith in Jurgen Klopp. But anyway, something seriously needs to be asked from this Liverpool team. We will see the character of this, obviously, of the whole Liverpool squad. The bounce back ability, is it there? We could go on a huge run anyway, but hopefully we do. But these results will always creep in just because it's the way we do it. We're not confident, every other Liverpool fan, in this defence, are we? But yeah, everyone, get involved. Every single one of yous. I want to get all yous involved. Thank you very much for listening. Anyway, apologies. It's a bit of a mad podcast. Anyway, but my videos will be coming very soon. But it's frustrating. It's a frustrating night. Liverpool crashed out 3-2 against a very good West Brom team. Come to Anfield, first half performance. Fully credit to West Brom and Alan Pardew with their tactics. They done the job on Liverpool. We kind of fought back in that second half, but it wasn't good enough to really warrant getting a draw even. But up to the heads anyway. Thank you very much, everyone, for listening. But hopefully we go into the next game anyway in the next couple of weeks, and we really put this game behind us, and we do a strong challenge in the Champions League, because basically that is the last trophy we have got for this season to challenge. So up to the heads anyway. Thank you very much, every single one of you, for listening. Get involved. I'm going to do a post-match podcast anyway, because I've spoke to a lot of people and they want to get in the podcasts anyway. I will get every single one of yous on. So I want to get your passion. I want to get every single one of you passionate Reds on my shows anyway. That's why I've made this channel. But yeah, thank you very much, everyone. It's disappointing tonight, which every single one of us are human. It'll take another 24 hours to really digest this result anyway. But as always, Reds, we'll keep believing anyway. Hopefully we can win this Champions League, but it'll be a very hard task. But in Jurgen Klopp we trust and all that. But yeah, see you later, Reds. Thank you very much, everyone. And we'll see what happens in the next closing weeks of the transfer window. Will we bring in anyone? Keep up to date anyway, and all the latest and breaking transfer news as it happens in the last closing days of the window. But thank you very much, everyone, for listening. Really do appreciate it. You legends. I'll see you later. You'll never walk alone. Thank you, everyone. Ciao.